Dear students, in the part 1 and part 2, we have completed the alimentary canal. Same in the digestion absorption process. Same digestive glands, it is in the part 3. See, digestive glands are different type of digestive glands are present in our alimentary canal. They helps to digesting of complex food materials to convert into the simple food materials. We have given already digestion is a two types of process. In the digestion process, first one mechanical digestion is there. In the mechanical digestion, teeth and also peristalsis movements. And the biochemical digestion is occurs through the enzymes only. These enzymes are secreted from the specific glands. The glands are called as the digestive glands. First one in these digestive glands, salivary glands are there. These salivary glands are opens into the buccal cavity. Opens into buccal cavity or opens inside the oral cavity. Salivary glands are opens into the buccal cavity only. In the human, three pairs of salivary glands are present. First one, parotid glands. Second one, submaxillary glands. And third one, sublingual glands. These three types of glands are opens into buccal cavity. See, parotid glands are present near the cheeks. Near the cheeks, or also we can write they are present near the ear also. Near the ear. And they are opens into the buccal cavity through the specific duct that is called as a Stenson's duct. Stenson's duct. Next, submaxillary glands. These submaxillary glands are present near the jaw region. They present in the near the jaw region, and also they are opens through the specific duct that is called as a Revinous duct. Through the Revinous duct, that submaxillary glands are opens into the buccal cavity region. The same way, sublingual glands, these are present below the tongue, and also they are also opens through the duct that is called Wharton's duct. These are the three pairs of salivary glands are present. These three pairs of salivary glands are present in the buccal cavity. In the human, three pairs are present: parotid, submaxillary, and the sublingual. These glands are secreting the substance that is called as a saliva. The chemical substance is called as a saliva. See, this saliva is secreted per day 1 to 2 liters. 1 to 2 liters are secreting into the buccal cavity. And this saliva contains specific enzyme that is called as a salivary enzyme. That is called as salivary amylase. It is scientifically, it is also called as a ptyalin. It helps to digest the carbohydrates. Secretes the saliva. Generally saliva 1.2 liters. 1 to 2 liters buccal cavity release, and also it contains a specific enzyme that is called as a salivary amylase. This salivary amylase also scientifically is called as a ptyalin. This ptyalin helps in the digestion of the carbohydrates. So actually digestion process occurs in the entire alimentary canal, but it initiated inside the buccal cavity especially by the salivary gland secretions of the saliva. And saliva also contains a specific substance that is also called as a lysozyme. The specific substance is called as a lysozyme. This lysozyme is also acts as a antibacterial agent. It acts as antibacterial agent. That lysozyme is also present inside the saliva. This saliva digests the carbohydrates because of it contains the specific enzyme that is called as a salivary amylase. Next, salivary glands. Next one, gastric glands. These gastric glands are present inside the stomach. They are called as a gastric glands. See, in these gastric glands, first one, gablet cells and chief cells, also called zymogen cells, and also next one, axanthic cells. Next one, parietal cells. These are the total 4 types of cells are present inside the stomach or in the gastric glands. So these gablet cells are secreting the mucus, secretes the mucus. Chief cells and zymogen cells, these are secreting the pepsinogen enzyme, pepsinogen, and also they are secreting the prorenin, prorenin, and axanthic cells secretes HCl, and parietal cells secretes Cassel intrinsic factor. Cassel intrinsic factor. This Cassel intrinsic factor helps in the absorption of the B12 vitamin. B12 vitamin. See, these are the 4 types of glands are present inside the stomach. These are called as the gastric glands. So, first one, gablet cells. These gablet cells are secrete the mucus. Chief cells are also called as the zymogen cells. These zymogen cells are secreting the pepsinogen and the prorenin. Pepsinogen and the prorenin. Axanthic cells. These axanthic cells are secrete the HCl. And next, parietal cells are present. These parietal cells are secretes Cassel intrinsic factor. This Cassel intrinsic factor is helps in the absorption of the B12 vitamin. B12 vitamin. These are called as the gastric glands. Next one, the alimentary canal, same intestine, having the glands, they are called as the intestinal glands. Intestinal glands are there. Generally, intestinal glands are, we can call as 3 types, 2 types. Crypts of Lieberkühn, crypts of Lieberkühn, and also Brunner's gland. Brunner's gland, crypts of Lieberkühn and also Brunner's gland. These are generally 2 types of glands are present. Crypts of Lieberkühn are modification of the mucosal layer. Mucosal layer, and Brunner's glands are modifications of the submucosal layer. Modifications of the submucosal layer. These 2 glands are present in the small intestine. Crypts of Lieberkühn glands. These crypts of Lieberkühn again divides into 3 types. One we can call Paneth cells. Paneth cells. Again here also gablet cells and Argentafin cells. Argentafin cells. Argentafin cells. Total 3 types of cells are present. Intestinal glands generally 2 types, crypts of Lieberkühn and Brunner's gland. Crypts of Lieberkühn, modification of the mucosa. Crypts of Lieberkühn, again 3 types of glands, Paneth cells, gablet cells, Argentafin cells. Brunner's glands is just modification of the submucosal cells. Here see, Paneth cells are secreting the intestinal enzymes. Intestinal enzymes. Gablet cells, same as it is, secretes the mucus. Argentafin cells, these secretions are helps in the movement of alimentary canal. Movement of intestine or movement of alimentary canal. See, these 3 cells are, they are from the modification of the crypts of Lieberkühn. Paneth cells secreting the enzyme, and goblet cells secreting the mucus. Argentafil cells helps in the movement of the intestine. Brunner's glands is a modification of the submucosa. They are also helps in the secretion of the mucus. Generally we can call intestinal mucus. Intestinal mucus. These total secretion, intestinal glands are secreting these secretions. So these generally we can glands are secreting the juice, that is we can call as the intestinal juice. Intestinal juice, that is called as the intestinal juice. These glands are present in the intestinal region. Next, associated with the alimentary canal, another gland is also there. Very important gland is called as the liver. This is the largest gland of the body. Largest gland of the body, and also it is weighing around 1.2 to 1.5 kg. 1.2 to 1.5 kg. Very important organ, very important gland in the body, that is called as a liver. Liver is a largest gland of the body. It is also associated with the digestive system, and it weighing around the 1.2 to 1.5 kg, and also locating inside the abdominal cavity. Locating inside the abdominal cavity below the diaphragm. Below the diaphragm. Below the diaphragm. See, largest gland, weighing 1.2 to 1.5 kg, locating inside the abdominal cavity and below the diaphragm. Below the diaphragm. Liver is contains total two lobes are present. Total two lobes are present. These lobes are modification of the lobes are formed from the lobules. These lobules are contains the cells. They are called hepatic cells. They are called hepatic cells. See, liver contains two lobes. These lobes are modified from lobules. Modified from lobules, and also they are contains the hepatic cells. Hepatic cell. These hepatic cells are secretes bile juice. Secretes bile juice. Secretes bile juice. See, this bile juice very important, especially do not contains no enzymes, do not contain the enzymes inside the bile juice, but it helps in the digestion process. It helps in the digestion. Helps in the digestion. Bile juice is causes the emulsification process. Emulsification process. Emulsification process of the fats. Emulsification process of the fats. Total two lobes are present. Lobes are formed from the lobules. Lobules contains the hepatic cells. These hepatic cells are secrete the bile juice. This bile juice speciality, enzymes are completely absent in this, and it helps in the digestion process. In the digestion process, that is called as a emulsification. Emulsification is nothing but digestion of the fats process. Digestion of the fats process is caused by the bile juice only. These bile juice is secreting from the specific cells. They are called as a hepatic cells. See, after secretion of the bile, this bile is stored inside. Bile is stored inside the gallbladder. Inside the gallbladder. Inside the gallbladder. It is stored inside the gallbladder. A sac-like structure, the small sac-like structure, the bile is stored inside the gallbladder. Gallbladder duct is also called cystic duct. Cystic duct. Gallbladder is also called as the cystic duct. This cystic duct and hepatic duct, cystic duct and hepatic duct, these two are combined together, forms the common bile duct. Common bile duct. They forms the common bile duct. Gallbladder, cystic duct and liver, hepatic duct, these two are forms the common bile duct. And also in the same way, the pancreas is also one of the gland. The pancreas duct is called pancreatic duct. Pancreatic duct, and also common bile duct. Bile duct. These two are opens into small intestine duodenum region. Small intestine duodenum region. See here, bile is stored inside the gallbladder. This gallbladder specific duct is called as a cystic duct. This cystic duct is joins with the hepatic duct from the liver, and these two are forms the common bile duct. This common bile duct is connects with the pancreatic duct, and they are opens into the duodenum. In the duodenum region, they are guarded by the specific sphincter. Specific sphincter is called as a sphincter of Oddi. This is previous NEET question. Sphincter of Oddi. It is regulating the secretions of pancreatic and the bile juices. See, pancreas releases the pancreatic duct, and also liver, bile duct. Common, they are opens into the duodenum. This duodenum is regulated the specific sphincter, that is called as a sphincter of Oddi. Sphincter of Oddi. See, stored inside the gallbladder. Gallbladder, cystic duct and hepatic duct forms the common bile duct. This common bile duct is joins with the pancreatic duct, opens into duodenum, and the specific sphincter is called as a sphincter of Oddi. See, next one, pancreas. Pancreas, it is heterocrine gland. Pancreas is called as a heterocrine gland because having the two portion. One is exocrine portion and also endocrine portion. exocrine portion, endocrine portion. Two portions are present in this. Exocrine portion secretes the enzymes, secrete the enzyme. Endocrine portion is secrete the hormones, secrete the hormones. See, this is the reason it is called as a heterocrine gland. Pancreas is actually, it is located near duodenum, and opens into duodenum. Near duodenum and opens into duodenum. Pancreas, heterocrine gland, exocrine portion, endocrine portion. Two portions are present. Exocrine portion releases enzymes, endocrine portion secrete the hormones. Generally, this pancreatic secrete the juice. The juice is called as a pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice. This pancreatic juice is also enters into the duodenum region and helps digestion of the food material. Digestion of the food material. It helps the digestion of the food material. Pancreatic juice is also open to the duodenum region. Pancreas is a heterocrine gland. Two portions are present in this. Exocrine portion, enzyme secretion. Endocrine portion, hormone secretion. Located near the duodenum region and opens into the duodenum region. Pancreatic juice is released into the duodenum and helps in the digestion of the food material. These are the different type of glands are present in the alimentary canal, and associated glands also present. These glands are secreting the different kind of the enzymes. These enzymes and how the food materials are going to digest, and how the food materials are converted into the simple materials. That simple materials are how they are going to absorb into the body. All the things are we are going to discuss in the part 4.